Hello there, and welcome to stage 1 of the Imitation game for January the 13th, 2017. Maxim TV bringing us stage 1. It's nice because you can just go up the left-hand side. Don't actually go as far as the mines, but you can kill a bunch of stuff, get a bunch of GBE, and then coast over. One shock will take out the sniper tower and cannons. And then you just set up shop pretty much where my tanks are right here. You're out of range of the last cannon, and you can just blow things up. If that doesn't work, just take out the mines, go around that left-hand side, and come back in from behind you. You're going to be fine. Stage 2, Phil Hammerman, number 1 for the week. Take out the boom cannon with GBE. Take out a couple of defenses with whatever troops, and then send them all running over towards the houses. Now, if you've got smokes, throw a smoke or two. It'll make your life infinitely easier, but not necessary. And then you can, when you feel comfortable, come back and go back after the HQ. If you never feel comfortable, you can take out all that stuff that I just took out with critters, and, like barrage and artillery the thing down if you want. Moving on to Phil Hammerman number 2. Now I know what you're thinking. Wait, this is not Phil Hammerman because the last stage was Phil Hammerman. Well, they're actually cousins. It's a thing they've got going on in their family. You ever wonder what his first name is? I'll tell you right now. It's Phil. And Phil, or Hammerman, as we've been led to believe his name is. Well, I guess it is his name. It's just, I get it. Hammerman, far more imposing and scary, like, Hammerman, coming to get ya, versus Phil, coming to get ya. Phil just, yeah, it's just not as scary. I don't know. Anyways, stage 3, much like stage 2, take out a couple of defenses, as few as possible, and then work your way around the right-hand side, throw some smokes if you can. Eventually you're going to end up in that base, you're going to be able to blow things up. Okay. Stage 4, it's Phil Hammerman number 3, because, well, apparently Phil Hammerman believes in nepotism, so all his cousins are getting jobs. They're sitting around at Christmas or something like, oh, did you hear Phil from Sussex lost his job? Yeah, oh. I picture, like, Phil's aunts and like mom and dad just kind of being like, oh, well, Phil might be able to get him a place at his company. They wage war pretty good. Anyways, stage 4 goes down by going kind of to the right. Stage 5 brings us Phil Hammerman number 4. Sure. It looks pretty intimidating with that doom cannon, but it's honestly not that bad. You don't really have to worry about it. You take it out with artillery and barrage. You can take out the I guess second, or the boom cannon that's closest to this side. You can take it out and then run your troops all the way into the corner if you need to. If you're worried about them spreading out too much and getting into range of the cannons there, you could even flare in behind the row of 3 houses there. I wasn't worried about it. I figured, we got this. And eventually, you want to end up in that area anyways, because you can come back around, like, build up all your GBE stores again, and you can either take out the shock launcher, or if you're really hurting for time or damage, don't even worry about it. Just like, set your troops onto the HQ. From the back here, the boom cannon at the front doesn't have any kind of range, so even if it shocks 2 or 3 of your troops while the rest of your troops work down the HQ, that shock launcher is not going to be a big deal, honestly. don't even worry about it. Which is good, because then we can move on to Phil Hammerman number 5. I mean, stage 6. Oh, also, it's not Phil Hammerman number 5. Alright, my bad. Sorry, I was trying to get predictive and whatnot. Now, so I'm struggling to say this name properly. Cuck Fampian. Cuck Fampian has a really intense base. I don't know what kind of intel he or she or sorry, not intel, but like what kind of VP he or she would be at. But I feel like all of their defenses are pretty much maxed for their HQ level, and then has a little bit of ice to kind of back it up and make things more insane. I tell you, when I saw this base, I was happy as snot that I had the mother chuckers with me, because the mother chucker's gonna chuck it up. Well, maybe not, that would be kind of weird. Though they do land on boats, so I'd imagine at least some of those troops must get seasick. Like, it's gotta be a thing. Like, you know, they all get together and they're like, oh no, watch out for Johnson, he gets motion sickness. And there's like 25 other dudes standing on the boat being like... Anyways, getting back to the stage at hand, as you can see, I am once again going up the right-hand side. It's kind of nice because after taking out the Doom Cannon with the GBE, I was able to drop the Grens. They kind of cleared out that whole middle section while trying to take out the Boom Cannon. And once you've got that side kind of cleared out, you can run your troops all the way to the very, very back, and then you get all of this unprotected, or like really sparsely protected GBE that you can just kind of farm away on. And like, yeah, there's a boom cannon right next to the HQ, and there's a shock launcher there and stuff, but that's okay, because it's about, I guess, what, tuck fists off a clock. Yeah. I had to do my math, make sure that I got it right. What's really nice is when you're coming in and clearing out all this stuff from the back, the mother chuckers just keep throwing away, and with a couple of shocks, you can actually take out an entire boom cannon, a level 15 boom cannon, with some blue on it. So, you know, absolutely loving the Grens, and not just because in our stronghold attacks today we had two, well, one really amazing Gren attack and another moderately okay Grenk attack. I can say that because that one was mine. But the Grens were working OT today in our task force, which was fun because we don't see them that often. So, on to stage 7. Tank this time, not another Phil. Apparently Phil ran out of cousins to hire, so, you know, he's just like, whatevs. And I started this attack being like, alright, well, I want to work this down, and I'm going to work this down, and I want to do this. And I was like, wow, look at my energy. I am so freaking low, because, of course, I'm not boosted as per usual. So I was like, hey, you know what? I have breezed through all of these attacks. I've got 3 extras, I think, if the math is right. So I was like, all right, let's blow some stuff up. Let's soften it up a little bit before we drop the Grenks into the tank's base. So would that mean that, like, if the tank, if you're attacking with tanks, is that like some kind of weird form of cannibalism or something? Anyway, don't know, doesn't matter, because what matters is it's cuck Fampian time, because I'm a Fampian of cucking. Some of the names that I see are just absolutely hilarious. I love them, but I shouldn't get so wrapped up. So doing the same sort of thing, just kind of like breezing through, letting the Grens do what Grens do, throwing a couple of shocks on the boom cannons there because, well, it made sense to do so to prevent everything from dying. Obviously, you can tell I've already lost a tank due to carelessness to one of those boom cannons, but that's alright, that's fine. We're going to keep pushing forward and see what kind of damage we can do to the tank. I wonder if it's like tank, because it's just tank. It's kind of like, you know, The Rock. He could have been the tank. Maybe. Can you smell what the tank is rolling over? Anyways, so I cleared out some stuff in the middle over to the right hand side again, and just kind of let my Grens attack the defenses, but then with their crazy drunken throws farm up a little bit of free GBE for me from all of the non-defensive units. And then I was like, hey wait, I've got a whole mountain of energy that I gotta spend. I gotta do something with it. And spend it I did. I went on a shopping spree. I mean, no, I went on a bombing spree, but shopping! Anyways, guys, this is how to take the base down. Thanks very much for watching. Hopefully it's helpful. Hopefully it's been entertaining. And most importantly, hopefully you have a fantastic day.